if I could feel it again. How I hit it, the basement from 4 floors up, from toe to head, dead. Dead leg, dead arm, dead hand, dead eye, dead eye. 4 floors between me and the world. That's all it took to take me. That's the measure of it, the length and depth of it, the short, good, quite tall, roomy floors. Quite quality floors. Nobody could say I didn't have a classy passage out. The room's very newly and tastefully furnished with good, hard, expensive beds and corniced high ceilings on the first and second, and a wide, grand stairwell I fell parallel to down the back of. 21 steps between each floor and 16 down to the basement. I fell them all. Quite substantial space from each thick carpet above to each thick carpet below, though the basement is stone. I remember it. Hard. And the drop was short. Less than 1 complete glorious second per floor, I estimate now, so long after the event. Descent. End. It was something fine. The fall. The feeling. The one-off rough-up. The flight to the bitter end. All the way down to the biting of dust. A mouthful of dust would be something. You could gather it any time, couldn't you? Any time you like, from the corners of rooms, the underneaths of beds, the tops of doors. The rolled up hairs and dried stuff and specks of what once was skin, all the glamorous leavings of breathing creatures ground down to essence and glued together with the used up leftover webs and the flakes of a moth, the see-through flakes of a blue bottle's dismantled wing. You could easily, for you can do such a thing whenever you choose, if you want to, smear your hand with dust. Roll dust's precious little between a finger and a thumb and watch it stencil into your fingerprint. Yours, unique, nobody else's. And then you could lick it off. I could lick it off with my tongue. If I had a tongue again. If my tongue was wet. And I could taste it for what it is. Beautiful dirt. Grey and vintage, the grime left by life, sticking to the bony roof of a mouth and tasting of next to nothing, which is always better than nothing. I would give anything to taste just dust. Because now that I'm nearly gone, I'm more here than I ever was. Now that I'm nothing but air, all I want is to breathe it. Now that I'm silent forever, it's all words, words, words with me. Now that I can't just reach out and touch, it's all I want is to. This is how it ended. I climbed into the lift for dishes. Very small room waiting suspended above a shaft of nothing. I forget the word. It has its own name. Its walls, ceiling and floor were all silver-coloured metal. We were on the top floor, the third. It used to be the servants' quarters 200 years ago when the house had servants in it. And after that, the house was a brothel, and up there was where the cheap girls, the more diseased or ageing girls, were put to sell their wares. And now that it's a hotel and each room costs money every night, the smaller rooms still cost a little less because the ceilings are closer to touching their floors, up at the top of the house. I took the dishes out and put them on the carpet. I was careful not to spill anything. It was only my second night. I was being good. I climbed in, to prove I could. I curled like a snail in a shell, with my neck and the back of my head crammed in, pressed hard right up against the metal roof, my face between my arms, my chest between my thighs. I made a perfect circle and the room swayed, the cord snapped, the room fell, woohoo, and broke on the ground. I broke too. The ceiling came down, the floor came up to meet me. My back broke, my neck broke, my face broke, my head broke. The cage round my heart broke open and my heart came out. I think it was my heart. It broke out of my chest and it jammed into my mouth. This is how it began. For the first time, too late, I knew how my heart tasted. I have been missing the having a heart. I miss the noise it used to make.